Welcome to Infinite Intelligence, where growth meets transformation. My name is Infinite, and this is the first episode of our brand new series, Creating a Positive Work Environment. It's a 15-part journey designated to help you elevate your mindset, nurture your wellness, and discover joy in the work you do every day. In today's lesson, transforming your work experience, finding joy in every task, we'll explore how physical wellness, emotional intelligence, and social connections come together to create balance, fulfillment, and true satisfaction at work. If you're ready to shift from surviving your workday to thriving in it, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who could use a little bit more joy in their 9 to 5 life. And if you're serious about starting this transformation for yourself, I've created an extensive PDF companion filled with practice exercises, reflections, and daily action plan to help you integrate everything we've discussed today. You can find that in the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and begin this journey.
Step into the world of infinite intelligence, where knowledge meets entertainment and brilliance. You'll find the answers to life's greatest questions. With every video, we spark new obsessions. Infinite intelligence, we're here to elevate. Unlock your mind and let the wisdom resonate. We dive into the depths of the universe unknown. Infinite intelligence and knowledge is our own.
All right, today is the start of transforming your work experience. We will be finding joy in every task. Welcome to a journey that will revolutionize how you experience your workday. This lesson explores the powerful intersection of physical wellness, emotional intelligence, and social connection. We will be speaking on the three pillars that transform ordinary tasks into sources of fulfillment and joy. All right, why does joy matter at work? Research consistently shows that employees who experience joy at work are more productive, creative, and resilient. A Gallup study found that happy employees are 13% more productive, while organizations with high employee engagement see 21% higher profitability. But joy isn't just about work performance metrics, it's about living a fulfilling life. Since we spend roughly 1/3 of our waking hours at work, finding meaning and satisfaction in what we do profoundly impacts our overall well being and life satisfaction. Okay, so the journey that I will be taking you on today will include identifying personal wellness habits. We will recognize how movement, hydration, and nutrition impact our daily energy and focus at work. We will apply emotional intelligence strategies by developing self-awareness and empathy skills to navigate workplace challenges with grace and resilience. Next, we will build meaningful social connections by cultivating authentic relationships that create a supportive and collaborative work environment. Next, we will design your personal joy framework by creating a sustainable action plan integrating physical, emotional, and social practices into your workday. And lastly, we will measure and celebrate progress. We will track your transformation and recognize how small changes create profound shifts in work satisfaction. Okay. So, the three pillars that we will be speaking on today regarding workplace joy is physical wellness. Your body is your foundation. Your body is your foundation. Movement breaks reduce fatigue and boost creativity. Proper hydration enhances cognitive functions by up to 30%, and nutritious meals stabilize energy levels throughout the day. Our next pillar is emotional intelligence. Understanding your emotions and those of others transform work dynamics. Self awareness helps you recognize stress triggers, and empathy builds stronger team relationships and conflict resolution skills. Social connections. Humans thrive on meaningful relationships. Strong workplace connections increase job satisfaction by 50%. Collaborative environments foster innovation, trust, and a genuine sense of belonging. Okay? And this is for all workplaces. This isn't just in the healthcare field. This isn't just, this is everywhere. So, physical wellness, energizing your workday. Physical wellness isn't about becoming an athlete. It's about honoring your body's needs during the workday. When you're physically well, you have the energy and focus to engage fully with your task and find satisfaction in your accomplishments. Okay? So, what's one thing that you would like to do? We want to understand that movement matters. Take a 5-minute walk every 90 minutes to reset your brain and boost creativity. Simple desk stretches reduce tension and improves posture. Consider walking meetings for enhanced engagement and fresh perspectives. Okay? Next, we have hydration is key. Keep a bottle of water at your desk and aim for 8 glasses daily. Even mid dehydration impairs concentration and mood. Set hourly reminders if needed. Your brain is 75% water and needs consistent replenishment. All right? And fuel intentionality. Choose balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Avoid the mid afternoon crash by skipping sugary snacks and meal prep on Sundays to ensure nutritionist options all week. And I know a lot of different people that meal prep on Sunday, and that does help them be more health conscious and just conscious in general with not just the money that they're spending, but what's going into their body. They're not buying fast food on lunch break. They're not, eating all these snacks. They got everything set and thought out on Sunday, so they're good for the rest of the week. Okay? Emotional intelligence, your workplace superpower. So, emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage emotions, is the secret ingredient that transforms good workers into exceptional ones. Studies by Talent Smart found that emotional intelligence accounts for 58% of job performance across all industries. Okay, so what are we speaking about? Self awareness. Self awareness means recognizing your emotional state and how it affects your work. Notice when frustration builds or when you're energized and motivated. This awareness allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Okay, so you want to temperature check yourself, and that's a form of self awareness. What's going on with you? How is your mood shifting throughout the day? All right, next we're going to be speaking about empathy. Empathy involves understanding others' perspectives and feelings. When you truly listen to your colleagues, you build trust and collaboration. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing with everyone, it means honoring their experience while maintaining your own boundaries. And a lot of times, we can find ourselves in defense mode about things that we need to be more empathetic about. You know, I had a situation at work where I had to ask a question because I was confused, and the person got on the defense thinking I was coming at them. But I was like, hey, did you read what you typed? Because if you would have read what you typed and put yourself in my shoes, you would have been confused too. And once they sat back, took a breath, and thought about it, they was like, yeah, you know what, you're right. I would be confused too. So they were able to be empathetic, put themselves in my shoes, and understand why I felt confused and why I needed to understand about what was going on with the notes. Okay. Uh, Next, we have stress management. Stress management is crucial for sustainable performance. Techniques like deep breath, mindfulness, and reframing negative thoughts help you stay centered during challenging moments. And that is very important. I know a lot of different people that bring their home problems, their personal problems to work, trying to get smart with people that have nothing to do with your personal situations. So if you got a lot going on at work, at home, and it has nothing to do with work, you need to be able to manage that by taking deep breaths, being more mindful, and just refraining from negative thoughts. If you're on the defense all the time at home with your significant other, don't bring that energy to work thinking that people are coming at you just like at home, because it's not that type of, it shouldn't be that type of environment, nor is it that type of space. And we can't cultivate good energy and productivity and everybody be happy on one accord if that's what you're contributing to the work environment. Okay, so we want to become more conscious of that. Is that you? All right. Social connections building the work community. All right. So having authentic communication, sharing genuine thoughts and feelings, ask meaningful questions beyond surface level chat. Active listening builds bridges. Okay. And sometimes, in the situation I just told you about, I had to let my coworker know, hey, maybe the reason why you feel like you got, or maybe the reason why you feel that way is because you got a lot of things going on at home that it seems that has you on edge. And, being able to have those type of communications with people at work, and saying it in a way to where they can receive you and they can actually take a step back and think about what you said. It's a part of having authentic communication, because it does help build bridges and trust with the people that you're working with. Okay, I'm not saying share your business and this and that, but there's levels to things, and yeah, being able to be honest with the people that you're working with is helps build this environment that we're trying to have. Okay. Because sometimes people just need to talk. They need to vent, or get that off their chest. But we got to compartmentalize some of these things. And genuine communication helps with that. Okay. Collaborative spirit. Offer help before being asked. Celebrate other successes. Share credit generously, and build collective wins. Okay. Next, we have community building. Initiate team activities. Create traditions and rituals. Foster inclusion where everyone feels they belong. Okay. One thing in my job, I'm in patient financial services. We have patient financial services week where we are celebrating ourselves, the effort and the work that we put in to help bring in the money for the hospital. All right. And it's good to have those type of things, those type of activities going on, as well as team building activities going on. And they can also be cultivated around learning to get everyone on the same page with what we have going on. It helps bring the bigger picture together. Okay. So that is a form of community building. Harvard's 75-year study on happiness concludes that strong relationships are the most significant predicator of life satisfaction and longevity. The quality of your workplace relationships directly impact your daily joy and long-term well-being. Okay? All right, so what are some practical strategies? Your daily joy toolkit. Okay, what is your morning ritual? Is it intentional? You need to have something that's intentional. Okay, so start each day by setting one intention. So, for instance, today I will find joy in etc. This primes your brain to notice positive movements throughout your workday. Because I know it's so easy to, as soon as you cut your computer on, something is going on. Immediately, something is going on that is out of your hands, out of control. But if you've already set your mindset to say, look, today I'm going to find joy in whatever it is. Hey, I got some good rest last night. I had a good dream last night. God woke me up this morning. I'm gonna make sure that nothing's gonna tarnish any moods or anything like that. You've already prepped your mind for. It's gonna be nothing. Nothing after that can really hit you hard like that when you're starting your day. But and as you make a practice in doing that, you're building momentum up for the next day and the next day and the next day. So 30 days down the road, guess what? You're in a whole different space before you get to work. All right. And hopefully I'm not rambling too much in this video, but I hope you all get the drift of what I'm saying. Okay. Next, we want to have a 2-minute movement break. You want to set alarm for every 90 minutes. Stretching, walking, standing, or even doing jumping jacks. This resets your nervous system and refreshes your focus. So these are things that are known to help you get back in the swing of things. It's so easy if you're working from home or just sitting at a desk or doing a lot of redundant or whatever tasks you have going on at work, and you might need to be like, okay, I need a reset. Let's reset. Let's go ahead and stand. Let's walk. Let's jump up and down. Let's do something, some type of movement in your body to help jumpstart you, just like a car jumpstart. Okay. Next, you want to have a gratitude micro journaling. In each workday, by writing down one sentence starting that about something that went well, This rewires your brain to notice accomplishments and not just problems. And this is very huge, okay? Because it is so easy to get off work and thinking about all the things that pissed you off throughout the day. It is very easy to do that. But once you write down that one sentence, day one, about something that went well, something that you can appreciate, that is the first step of creating different synapses in your brain to start focusing on positive energy rather than negative things that went on that day. Okay, so we're shifting our brain and our mindset with these steps and this tool that I'm giving you. Okay. Next, let's create a hydration challenge. Track your water intake for 1 week and notice how your energy and concentration improves. Make it a social. You can make it social by inviting colleagues to join. All right. So if you're going through it at work, or you and your coworker both going through it, come up with some kind of game plan. Hey, we drinking water today. We gonna set our clocks. We gonna set our timer. And right now I'm about to drink my water right now. Hold on. We are going to drink water today, and you can challenge each other and you can make it fun. However, if you want a team, say, hey, we're drinking water, and notice and see what type of changes and things that you see in your body just by drinking more water, becoming more water conscious. Okay, I know it's easy to drink coffee all throughout the day. It's easy to drink some, for me. Sometimes I know at some one point in time I will start my day off with a ginger ale because that when I tell you a ginger ale will help, oh my goodness, it'll help. But I had to get out of that habit and start drinking water. And I could definitely tell a difference in starting my day off with a bottle of water than, drinking ginger ale. Okay. All right. Emotional check in practice 3 times daily. Pause and name your current emotion. This simple awareness creates space for feeling and reaction, building emotional intelligence. So basically, you want to have an emotional check in with yourself. Hey, by 10 o'clock, I'm just throwing out time frames. If you work a 9 to 5, by 10 o'clock, check in with yourself. How you doing? How's the day going? Are you are you in a good mood? What helped you get there? Did something piss you off? Identify, but is it even worth your energy to get pissed off? Let's get out of any negative emotion. Let's focus on positive emotions. We're just checking in with our emotions. So you want to identify them and see what's going on from there, okay? And if it's not good, we're going to focus on how we can make it better. If it is good, we're going to focus on how we continue for it to build that momentum to make it better at that point, okay? Next, we have connection commitment. Identify one colleague to connect with meaningful each week. Ask about their weekend, share a genuine compliment, or offer support on a project. Now, this is a really good one because if you find yourself at work always being in a box or never asking about the next person and how their life is going or anything like that, you can just make a conscious step and say, "Hey, how was your weekend? What did you do?" They might tell you they went to a play and saw Santa Claus on ice, or, it might even open up your mind to, hey, I never even thought about going to a play, or hey, I never thought about going to the park, or hey, I never thought about playing tennis or going skating, or, all types of things that different people do on weekends. So it just, building that connection, even speaking to someone and asking them what they do this weekend can also give you ideas that you might want to do your following week. So it's just building that bridge with your coworkers, okay? And there's actually nothing wrong with that. It actually might help the time go by faster, okay? All right, so now I have a real transformation. We're going to talk about Maria's story. Maria, a 42-year-old project manager at a tech company, felt burnt out and disconnected. Her days blurred together in endless meetings and email change. She described her work as soul crushing despite objectively having a good job with supportive colleagues. Okay? She had a wake up call. After experiencing a panic attack at her desk, Maria realized something had to change. But she could not quit her job, but she could transform her relationship with work. Okay? So, Maria's 3-pillar transformation. So, this is what putting it in action looks like. All right. So, on the first week and second week, the physical foundation, Maria started with small changes, keeping a bottle of water visibly next to her at her desk, taking 5-minute walks before meetings, packed a healthy lunch. Within 2 weeks, she noticed an increased afternoon energy and fewer headaches. Week 3 and week 4, her emotional awareness. She began naming her emotions throughout the day and practicing 3 deep breaths before responding to stressful emails. And I definitely practice that. This pause transformed her reactive patterns into thoughtful responses. Okay, so just because you get an email does not mean that you need to respond immediately. Okay, you might need to sit with it. You might need to calm down. You might need to take some breaths. Okay, but we want to be not just reacting to just all things willy nilly, because it really does. It doesn't benefit anybody just responding with reactions. Okay, you like I said, you want to sit with it and start a pattern of having more uh thoughtful responses. All right, and that's what builds emotional intelligence as well. Week 5 to 8, your social connection. Maria initiated weekly coffee chats with different team members, sharing both professional challenges and personal stories. These conversations revealed she wasn't alone in her struggles. All right. And sometimes we can feel like we are the only one going through such and such. We only one that got I know someone this weekend, I said this weekend, someone last week at work let me know that, their mother wasn't doing okay in the nursing home that they were in. So, when people got things going on, sometimes that might be your play, that might be the point where, hey, you can be a positive reinforcement, letting them know everything is going to be all right, giving them well wishes and prayers and all that stuff. Sometimes people need that. They don't even realize they need it, but just being a positive aspect in a person's life that's going through something that you thought didn't have any problems in the world, can give you yourself a better perspective of what's going on. Okay, because sometimes we're zoomed in ourselves and we don't realize, hey, other people got other things going on as well. All right. 3 months later, sustainable joy. Maria reports feeling like a different person. Her tasks haven't changed, but her experience has transformed. She now finds purpose in mentoring others and sees challenges as an opportunity for growth rather than threats. Okay? One thing at my job, we have they're called POAs. And basically, they're opportunities to identify things that are going wrong. But we take those opportunities and flip them to learning opportunities. That's basically what they are. They're learning opportunities. So if someone's uh, addressing you or speaking with you about something that you messed up on, we don't say, hey, you messed up on this or such and such, such and such. That would not be the approach. We want to address this as an opportunity for learning, opportunity to say, hey, yeah, it wasn't done right, but that's okay because we're going to learn to do it right, and this is an opportunity for growth rather than being reprimanded, rather than feeling like it's a threat to your job. Any type of energy like that is not where anyone should be coming from on the job. It's always a learning opportunity. Okay, so I didn't change my job. I changed how I showed up to my job. That made all the difference in the world. Okay, says Maria, the project manager. Okay, so next we have reflection, your personal discovery. Take time to deeply consider these questions. Write your responses in a journal and discuss them with a trusted friend or mentor. Honest reflection is a gateway to meaningful transformation. Okay? And I just have a few questions on here. What physical sensations do you feel during the workday? Such as, tension, energy levels, hungry, fatigue, etc. All right? Which emotions show up most frequently at work? Is it frustration? Is it excitement? Is it satisfaction? Is it anxiety? Find that out, okay? Who are your allies at work, and how do these relationships enrich your experience? Think beyond networking. Who truly sees you? Where do you feel authentic connection? And what would deepen these relationships? Okay? Do you tell people at work happy birthday when it's their birthday? Do you even know when their birthday is? One thing we have at my job, they send out every month whose birthday it is. So, if you'd like to start there, telling somebody happy birthday, you normally didn't tell happy birthday. People will always appreciate that, taking the time out to say, hey, have a good day. It's your day. Have a good day. When have you experienced genuine joy or satisfaction at work recently? Describe that moment in detail. What elements were present? How can you create more opportunities for a similar experience? And lastly, what's a small change you could implement tomorrow that will honor your physical, emotional, and social needs? Be specific and realistic. Remember, transformation begins with sustainable, small steps rather than overwhelming overhauls. All right? So, your action plan. Sustainable transformation requires intentionality. Use this framework to design your first week to integrate wellness, emotional intelligence, and social connection practices. So, for wellness, social, emotional intelligence, and social connection, I commit, I will blank. When blank. Success looks like blank. Support I need includes blank. Okay? So you're going to fill that out for yourself. Remember, share, this is a pro tip. Share your action plan with a colleague or friend. Accountability partners increase follow up by 65%. Consider checking in with others weekly to celebrate progress and problem solving obstacles. All right. All right. Tracking your transformation. These are some daily check in questions. Did I move today? Did you get up? Did you exercise? Did you walk? Were you able to, move around? Because your body, regardless of the fact, your body needs movement. I try every morning or before I go to bed to do at the very least, 5 minutes of yoga. There's a YouTube I watch daily, which is Yoga with Bird. I love Yoga with Bird. Yeah. But whether you're doing yoga, whether you're doing stretches, you need to ask yourself, did I move today? Okay. Next, did I stay hydrated? How much bottles of water did you drink? Did you drink any bottles of water? Did you just drink soda all day? Ask yourself these questions. Did I eat food that nourished me? There are so many times I'm speaking with my coworker, or I could be, someone's training me on something or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't even get a chance to eat before I clocked in." Girl, why didn't you eat? You need to make time to make sure you're eating, because that's the reason why you have a headache now. And overall, hell, it's impacting my training lesson that I'm having with you, because you say you got a headache because you didn't eat. So it's definitely a domino effect when you're skipping meals, or you're not even putting anything on your stomach. Toast and jam, something. Okay. Did I pause to notice my emotions? Is a really deep question. Did you pause for a second to see how you feel? If so, why didn't you? It's you. Okay. Next, did I connect meaningful with someone? Now, this isn't just about work, right now. When I say did I connect meaningful with someone, because everybody has different jobs going on. But even if you stopped and asked the lady if you had to stop and get gas before you went to work that day, hey, I hope you have a good day, or hey, did you have a good weekend? Just something. Did you connect with somebody that day? All right. And lastly, what brought me joy today? You don't want to just clock in, clock out, go home, watch a show, and go to sleep. That's not what you want to do. You need to be asking yourself, what brought me joy today? Because if you're not asking yourself what brought you joy today, you're probably going to skip just having joy, or just, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it right now in this current moment, but taking the time out and recognize when and what brings you joy throughout the day is definitely going to promote more joy in your life and in overall days to come. Okay, you're building more momentum for that. All right, weekly reflection prompts. Uh, at weekend at week's end, consider what surprised you, what challenged you, what will what will you continue, and what needs adjustment. Remember that transformation isn't linear. Some days will feel effortless, others will test your commitment. Both are valuable parts of your growth journey. So, no, this is not an easy task. Some things are already, been set in motion. So that's why this is a small reminder that small steps matter. Okay, so no, this is not I'm trying to do all this in one day type of thing. We're gonna work up to this. All right. So, what are some key takeaways that we are taking away from this video? Okay, joy is a practice, it is not a destination. Finding fulfillment at work requires consistent, intentional choices. Small daily actions compound into profound transformations over time. Your whole self matters. You cannot compartmentalize physical, emotional, and social needs. Integrate all three pillars for sustainable wellness and authentic satisfaction. Okay, for yourself and for the others around you. Okay, connection amplifies everything. Workplace connections aren't peripheral. They're central to everything they're central to experiencing meaning and joy. Invest in authentic connection and watch your entire work experience shift. All right. Start small, think big. Transformation doesn't require dramatic overhaul. Begin with one manageable change in each pillar and build momentum through consistency. All right, and you deserve joy at work. Fulfillment isn't a luxury or a bonus, it's your right. You spend too much time at work. We all spend too much time at work to not want to choose to thrive at work. Okay? So this right here is the first step in transforming. We're not gonna quit our job. We're gonna just change our approach to work. All right. So your work can be a source of joy, growth, and meaning. The daily affirmation is I honor my physical needs, embrace my emotional wisdom, and cultivate meaningful connections. Each day, I choose to find joy in my work and bring my whole authentic self to everything I do. I am worthy of fulfillment and I create it through intentional, loving action. Your transformation begins now. Take a small step today, then another tomorrow, and before long, you'll look back and barely recognize the person who started this journey. That's the power of showing up for yourself one day at a time. I actually really enjoy making this video. Everything that I am presenting in this video, I'm actually doing myself. So this will be a journey for everyone listening as well as myself. We want to remember that transformation does not happen overnight. It begins with awareness, small intentional actions, and the decision to bring joy in everything that we do. So this is not just about work, but it is about bringing joy to everything that we do. And if we work the majority of a lot, we want to start with making a change and adding joy to that part of our life. Okay. If this lesson inspired you, make sure you like, subscribe, and share because every week we'll be diving in deeper into meaningful strategies for creating a positive and meaningful work environment across all 15 lessons. for this series. And for those that want to take the next step, don't forget to grab the Transforming Your Work Experience PDF guide. It will be for lesson 1. We're going to have 15 in total, but this will be for lesson 1. It takes a deep hands-on resource to help you put these lessons into practice and start seeing real results in your life and career. Until next time, keep growing, keep glowing, and remember, joy is a choice you make every single day. I'm Infinite, and this is Infinite Intelligence. Bye-bye.